See, folks, this is what they don't understand. This is what people on the East Coast and the West Coast hate. They can't comprehend the beauty of an honest day's work, taking care of horses, preaching the gospel, listening to hurting people. They can't see the humanity that's here. All they're really seeing about you and I is how bad we are and how irredeemable or how deplorable or how we're just in flyover country. They don't understand real life. They've died in their cities on the coast. They live in comfort. They inebriate and dose themselves to stay away from reality. Look at these magnificent animals. Look at them. You know, when you stop and you think about these critters, and they're out enjoying their evening meal before they go in, you'll never, until you've been there and you've actually stroked their mane and you've taken care of them, you can't comprehend what we were meant to be. Period. You know? Period. They've lost what it is to be a human being. And they kid themselves with the political games they play. And this is true right and left. It doesn't matter which side you're on. It doesn't matter if you're Republican or Democrat. That's just a false dichotomy. You know? Democrat, Republican, they're about as aware as these horses. They don't understand what real life is meant to be. All they understand is the power game. And honestly, that's what we've got to fight. We've got to get back to the era before Bush. We've got to return to the days of really Nixon through Clinton. Because we strode the world like a colossus. And we did not drag everybody into war like every empire before us. So when they tell you how you're just a deplorable, you're just a racist, a sexist, a homophobe, they don't know what real life is. So they can't really tell us what we are or who we are. They think of us as a parody. And it's about time we start to remind them of what real life is and what these great creatures and farms and people that work day in and day out are like. It's time that we start to say and put people in charge of this country that remember what it's like to do an honest day's work and to be tired and sore when you get home because you've put everything out there on the field. This is the winter of our discontent. But the winter of our discontent is going to rise up to a springtime of new life. It's going to bring home a summer of warm, beautiful celebrations down by the lake. It's going to be a place that brings in a rich harvest. And we're going to remember once again what we're made of. And we're going to remember once again where our food comes from. Look at this place. It's been here since the settlers. and it's nothing to be ashamed of. This is where we make our living. This is where we find our way. Are you ready to join with me in finding the winter of our discontent turning into the springtime of new hope? Are you ready for the springtime of new hope to turn into the warm dog days of summer and lakes and fishing and camping and shooting fireworks off and grilling and smoking meat? Are you ready for the harvest of liberty that's coming our way? That's the question I have for you. And if you're content with the scraps they throw us right now, if you're content with their way of doing things in Washington and New York City and LA, where people are living and dying in hopelessness, if you're content with that, then keep on moving. But get out of my way. Get out of our way. Because liberty's coming, a harvest is coming, and we're going to stand up once again. And this snow that's falling all around me right now in the winter of our discontent is going to give way to a harvest of liberty and justice and freedom for every single American. Are you ready for that? If you're not, then have a seat and we'll get you there. But don't get in our way. God bless you all, and God bless the United States of America.